there's a little bit of the kind of like butt rock.
I love butts and I love rock.
All right.
Sign Jeremy up.
Y'all heard it, folks.
That's the cold open. Welcome to Church Jams Now, the podcast where three former youth group kids and current music nerds deep dive into Christian music from the 90s and 2000s. I, of course, am your co-host, Kylan Savage. With me, as always, is Mr. TJ Smith.
Kylan, I know you think I'm someone you know, but for all we know, I could be a total stranger. I might not be TJ at all.
That is true. All right, and let us all rise for the man who will lead the way, our beautiful emo lord, Josh Olson.
Kylan, thanks for that. Coming in, everyone standing. Can we make it a part of the show normally?
Yes,
I'm already gone.
Rise.
I'm already gone.
Don't worry, though. I do see the light up ahead if we can get through this. Gentlemen, I don't know if you've heard this. There's been a rumor going around that there's a very special guest that we've wanted to get on the show for quite some time.
And are those rumors true, Kylan, or false?
Surely not.
No.
Who's to say?
No, they're not. They're all false.
Hide nothing from me about the
I
rumors.
was about to say that.
No, the rumors are true. From the Rumors Are True cast, we have first time on the show. But I guess behind the scenes, I would say we're like good friends. We're compatriots. Mm-hmm. We're all swimming in this weird little podcast niche pond. We have Jeremy Allen Gould. How you doing tonight?
Dude, I'm stoked. Super honored to be on the podcast. I love the podcast. Big fan of it. All three of you guys are fantastic individuals. I can tell from your voices and your videos. And a couple of you, obviously, I've been talking to for a little bit. TJ, I just met you tonight, but I'm really stoked to talk to you and be a part of this. And for all we know...
Oh, there we go.
Oh, for all we know, this could go off the rails. But
for all we know, it will go off the rails. That's maybe a better...
I think what Kylan's saying is he knows it's going
to.
He is the we.
It's gonna... Yes.
The royal we.
Yes, the royal we. Here from CJN headquarters.
Lead the way.
Sorry, guys,
lead the way.
Kylan, I will. Yeah, Jeremy, thank you so much for being on the show. We are so excited. We were just talking off mic, listeners of the show, if they don't know your show, A, that's crazy.
A travesty.
And B, we were just joking that basically every time we have someone on for an interview, you've already interviewed them. So most of our research is just listening to your show. So if people like our interviews, I say go listen to what is most likely...
Not so fast, Kylan. I was going to say, I'm glad that Jeremy's here. We've been internet friends for a while, but I feel like now that he's on the show, we can now officially steer people away from listening to the show as well.
I don't need any more subscribers.
Are we going to do the same thing?
I'm not into that.
Don't listen to the rumors. No, Caleb would be so mad if we took his bit.
That's his exclusive
that's his
Let's
bit.
do the opposite.
That's his.
Please listen.
Stop what you're doing right now. Don't listen to us anymore. Listen to
especially if you're listening to the album anniversary podcast. Stop what you're doing and go listen to The Rumors Are True instead.
They've got two podcasts going at once. That would be insane.
At 2x speed. That's what I do. That's the inside of my brain all the time. Okay, so Jeremy, we always like to start when we have new people on the show. I want to talk about your origin story.
Yes.
Ooh.
Specifically, because we talk about Christian music from the 90s and 2000s. I want to talk about kind of how you grew up, what kind of music you're listening to growing up, as well as the first record you bought with your own money.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I grew up in church. My dad was a pastor. And so I was knee deep in Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir, BB and CC Winans, Carmen, Sandy Patty, Michael W. Smith, Amy Grant. Stephen Curtis Chapman, just that whole world. Then I started to actually I'll say my parents actually bought me a Petra record, I believe, if I remember correctly. And that kind of took me down a different path, of course. And so Petra and Newsboys was a huge band as well. I can't leave them out. They were huge bands for me at that young age. I was probably, I don't know, 12, 13, something like that. And then, of course, Tooth and Nail, came into the picture. And I was a big Frontline and then Tense Records fan. And, a lot of those bands I loved, like Believer. And I started getting more of the heavy stuff, I guess. And Prayer Chain was a massive record for me. Mercury, massive band for me as well. I remember my mom worked at the Christian bookstore, and I gave her money to buy that when it came out. And she brought it home to me, and that's awesome. Record changed my life.
Nice.
And then I kind of grew up on all that. Tooth and Nail really opened my world to everything else. Victory Records, Revelation Records, Doghouse, Crank.
What Tooth and Nail bands do you remember specifically? Like, do you remember that?
Starflyer 59, one of my all-time favorite bands for sure.
I've heard of them.
I know you guys have
they're pretty good.
I know you guys have a Starflyer podcast, which I enjoy with our mutual friend Jerry. But yeah, Starflyer 59, Focused. I got into a lot of the hardcore for sure. Focused was a huge one for me because that really opened my door to, spirit-filled hardcore, and then even like secular hardcore, Earth Crisis, Snapcase, Strife, that whole world I didn't even know existed. And then I would say, man, I can't even remember the early stuff. Morella's Forest, I would say, and Driver 8 was a big one for me as well. And I would say, to be honest with you, even MXPX for, I'm not a huge pop punk fan. I like it. I enjoy it. But that was a big record, man. Pokinatcha was huge. And it really, opened my world to pop punk. I liked it. I love melody. I'm a huge melody fan. So to me, it was like kind of, aggression, but melodic aggression.
Right.
And so I was a huge fan. I would say the first 5 years of Tooth and Nail, I literally pretty much bought every record. For the most part, I probably at least 85% of them paid Brandon Evil's air bill probably or electric bill. But I was a huge fan of what they did. I loved being a part of something that was so unique for someone in my shoes and being a church kid and being wanting to listen to not Sandy Patty, wanting to listen to something that was a little more up my alley. And I really resonated with a lot of the bands. Even like Danielson, I wasn't even a big fan of them, but I resonated with them because it was just not Sandy Patty. It was just cool and different and interesting. And now he's lauded, it's like a lot of those records were just so monumental in my life. And I still, to this day, I actually was just on the Black Sheep podcast last night for a fantasy draft. And all my records I picked were in the 90s, and everyone else was like late 2000s.
Those guys don't know what they're talking about. They're not real ones.
Oh, dude. Strong arm.
I'll say it here. Fuck you, Mason.
Oh.
I'm kidding. I'll text him. I said that. So
Mason, I love you. I'm a big fan.
He said with a little kiss.
Of course.
There was like a wink and a kiss at the end there.
Dude, of course.
But if they want to have us back for like a really, really zany fantasy episode too.
Dude,
they're never going to have you back on a fantasy draft episode, TJ. You totally messed up that fantasy draft episode. They're never having us back for that. What was the subject? Or like, was it metal, indie?
Festival.
It was a festival. Festival lineup. And TJ did his classic TJ and just took offense to the format and just decided to completely mess it up. And they were in a way that they were not prepared.
I just adapted it. I adapted the format.
Adapted is a very loose word there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh,
I'm sure you were.
Sorry.
You
I
were
wanted,
the,
I wanted
the
to
kind
mention.
of guess that,
I wanted to mention two more.
that they wanted.
I wanted to mention two more. Sorry, Strong Arm and Zayo were massive.
yeah.
For
Oh,
me,
yeah.
like massive. And sorry, and the first record I bought by myself, was this band, the '90s melodic rock band called Liaison. I think they were on Frontline. They were like radio rock. I don't know. They're incredible. I love them. I'm still a big fan just because it's nostalgic for me. Super catchy. But anyway, I remember buying.
Will you
that
send
with
me
my
that
own
record?
money.
This is the first time on this show I'm completely, genuinely unfamiliar.
It's
with
amazing. I mean,
the first
if you
record
like
that someone-
corny, poppy, Christian,
Jeremy.
I don't arena rock, if you will. I don't know. It's awesome.
It's gonna
But
be
yeah,
my
I'll
new
send it to you.
favorite
It's great. Yeah, man, it's great.
Sweet. Okay. Here's what I want to do now, if that's okay with everyone. I want to mosey on over to Josh's research corner to talk about the record we're going to talk about. And then, Jeremy, I want to throw it back to you to talk about why you picked the record and your history with the band. So before that, Josh, how's that research corner? Is it acute? Is it obtuse? How we feeling?
Josh's research corner.
It's cute. And just come a little bit closer. There's a light up ahead, and you will find it. If you walk a little bit further,
Right.
I'll lead the way. I love that Jeremy, sneakily, but also professionally, because he's professional here. He knew what he was doing, mentioning Strong Arm to kind of lead into the record that he.
Actually, I didn't mean to do that, but I literally
You're just so good.
was
It just
thinking.
naturally.
No, you're
happens.
so good. Take the compliment. Take the compliment, man. You totally meant to do
Thank you.
it.
Gracias.
Yep. So thank you once again for coming to my research corner. We're covering Further Seems Forever again on the show recently, which is fun to kind of dive into it. As a refresher, Further Seems Forever is from Pompano Beach, Florida. Their career, I would say from 1998 to 2012, but they seem to be doing like festival appearances and shows here and there. So it seems as they kind of pop up here.
Who's sorry, real quick, if they're you said they're doing like festivals and stuff, they're doing just like some one-off.
I saw they've done,
things around
yeah, I see like shows and stuff that they do. I'm sure Jeremy knows better than I do.
Who is
They've done a couple like little mini runs and stuff.
who is singing with them on these?
Is it Jason?
Jason,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jason.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I was just curious. Sorry
which is my favorite
to
Further record, by the way. For the record.
Oh,
Interesting
okay.
that you picked this one then. Okay.
Well, there's a reason. There's a reason.
Okay. All right. Well,
All right.
we'll
Hide
get into
nothing.
it.
Hide nothing. Tell us about it.
Hide nothing. Specifically, as we talked about this a lot with Ty when we covered The Moon Is Down earlier this year, because Further's fascinating in this regard that they just cycled through lead vocalists. And so as they did for this record, they had John Bunch on vocals, who was in Sensefield before, passed in 2016. So rest in peace, John.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. We have, of course, Josh Colbert on guitar, Derek Corbota on guitar as well. I think he replaced Nick Dominguez after The Moon Is Down, so this is his second record with Further. And then we have on bass, we have Chad Neptune, who I believe Jeremy's had on his show.
I have.
Those rumors are
He's a great
true.
guy.
You should check that out, that episode.
Very true. Very
Please
true.
listen to it. Please stop this right
Please
now
do.
and go listen to that.
Yes, this is great.
I'm gonna go listen to it right now.
Yeah, actually, you know what? We're all going to take a break. We're all going to take an hour and a half break. We're all going to go listen to it, and we'll reconvene.
But we'll keep tracking. Like the runtime of the episode will
Yeah.
reflect.
Yes,
Just a
it's gonna be-
3-hour
our time
Or-
listening.
that episode.
moment.
Jeremy, if you can send me the master file, I'll just pop your full episode into our edit right here.
Hey, that's an idea.
Welcome, it's Jeremy Allen Gould. I'm coming to you today to confirm between God and a man that in fact the rumors that you have all heard are definitely true.
And then we have on drums, we have Steve. Is it Kleseth? Kleseth? I don't know how to say his last name.
Yeah, Clythe.
Kleseth makes more sense.
I think
Yeah,
so.
You say the I in there, yeah. The record we're talking about is Hide Nothing. It was released October 24th of 2004. It is almost 22 years at the time of recording, which was, for context, only a year and a half after How to Start a Fire, which is already a fast timeline for a record. And then if you have to find a new vocalist within that time frame, it's pretty nuts. So it's impressive how quickly they churn out these records with new vocalists.
Mm-hmm.
True.
There's their third LP. It's on Tooth and Nail. It was produced by The Wiz, James Paul Wisner. It chart and performance-wise, it got to Billboard 200 at 122 and Billboard Christian number 4, which was their highest charting on Billboard 200 until Penny Black happened in 2012, which makes sense. It is a lengthy 10 songs, at 29 minutes and 57 seconds.
Fucking finally.
About that.
Finally. Best record we've covered all year. Just for
a bunch of rippers.
Just for the length alone.
It's true.
Checking them out.
And then the last fun thing I have is that there is a Best Buy edition that has 3 bonus acoustic tracks as well. But other than that, pretty straightforward.
Cool.
Quick aside, do we think anybody at Best Buy cared or realized how cool of a concept that was? Like that, I don't know that they deserved that. You know what I mean?
What, exclusive tracks? Or
Yeah.
Well, there had to be someone. I feel
I miss there being something like that.
Yeah.
Because that happened a lot specifically with Tooth and Nail stuff, right? I feel like Brandon had to have a relationship with one person at Best Buy that they set
it was probably the Capital. It was probably the Capital link.
Yeah.
With them. I think. Yeah. I'm sure they were like, hey, yeah. And it was amazing too. They would always be like $7.99 on the first day it came out, or $9.99 or something.
Feels,
absurdly cheap, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
So.
It is.
Yep.
Boost those numbers.
That wraps up my research corner.
Okay, I love it. All right, I'm going to throw it back to you, Jeremy. You are the one that picked this record.
Yes.
Why?
Guilty as charged.
Why?
Well,
why? You knew we just covered Further Seems Forever, and you decided to just
do it again.
Oops, I did it again. James now. Josh, beautiful emo lord Josh's schedule be damned. We're gonna cover him again. I love it. No, yeah. So why did you want to talk about this record on the show?
Well, I know the anniversary is coming up soon. I do know that. I feel like it's coming up very soon. That's one of the reasons. The second reason, this is my second Further Seems Forever favorite record for sure. And I was a massive Sensefield. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, did you want to save your first favorite for the album anniversary podcast?
That's
why'd you give us the second?
That's what it was. Yep.
No, I wanted this one because I'm a massive John Bunch fan. I'm a huge Sensefield fan. I've been a big fan for, 25, 30 years, something like that, around that time. And I think this record got sorely, people just didn't pay attention to it. And I think it's a phenomenal record. Absolutely.
That's fascinating.
And it's crazy to me that it charted. Crazy to me it charted because I feel like this is like the black sheep of the Further. I mean, really? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy thinking that.
No, I love this. I have no context in terms of like the fandom, listenership, whatever. I don't.
This is probably the least selling record they put out. This is probably the least selling. That's just a guess, but I mean,
wow.
I think it is brilliant, and getting John Bunch on board was like, and it'd be similar to like, if MXPX lost Mike Herrera and like Matt Skiba from Alkaline joined. It's that type of holy shit,
right.
Like this is insane because John Bunch was a legend, absolute legend. And the fact that he even joined them and, they just did their thing and it was just so good. And I love this record. And like I said, How to Start's my favorite, but this is just really close to that for sure.
Excuse me for maybe re-entering Josh's Research Corner really fast.
Pulling us back in.
I did run a poll after we did our Moons Down app to see, since they have 4 records, is perfect for the 4 option and Instagram. To see which records everyone liked the most. Moon is Down got the most at 43% of the votes. Hide Nothing got 29%, and How to Start a Fire got 26%. So it barely beat.
That's surprising.
Wow.
So,
that is surprising.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
So at least in our listenership realm,
just barely above How to Start a Fire.
Just barely.
Yeah.
That's shocking to me, to be honest with you.
Not a lot of arsonists listen to Church Names Down, to be fair.
And I will say too, Jason Gleason got a he was not dealt a easy task by any means, and I think he crushed it. Like, I think he absolutely crushed that. That record's insane and brilliant. And I'm a big Dashboard fan.
Yeah. Can I talk? I'm guessing Josh and Jeremy, you guys are gonna maybe have more information on this. Sorry, TJ. I'm not excluding you. I'm just.
How dare you? You know, I am a massive Further expert.
I'm woefully
a John Bunch aficionado.
I'm woefully uninformed. Do we know? Like, can we give like a quick timeline of like those first 3 records and why they cycled through singers and how they got connected with each one? Maybe not the first one, because we talked about The Moon Is Down, but How to Start a Fire in this one. Do you guys know like how they got connected with the singers that they did?
I know vaguely. I know Jason. So I want to say somebody from another band gave Jason's old band, I think it was called Affinity, to one of the guys in Further, and they were like, "Hey, I think this would be a good fit," as kind of what it was. And he went and tried out, and I think they loved what they saw, obviously, and that's how that happened. And I feel like Sensefield, I don't remember. I know Chad mentioned it on my episode of the Rumors Are True podcast.
Go listen to it. Go listen to it.
Listen to it right now.
Right now.
I can't remember what he said.
Let's put it in again, Josh, please, in the edit. We're just gonna.
John was into it, and he was under a tight timeline. He basically flew down, stayed at James Wisner's house, who was our producer, and wrote lyrics and recorded the record like in the span of a couple weeks.
Insane.
It is a bit that gets funnier the more you do it.
Brilliant.
Yes.
I think they were huge fans of Sensefield, and I think somebody pitched the idea or something like that. Management or somebody that they knew him, and they were like, "Hey, this would be really cool." And I think they were like, "There's no way we can't not do this record." As just my assumption.
Okay.
The only thing I can add to it is that it's all because they had Jason and John. That's the only reason they had those, because Matt Shelton never went through with his audition for it. So
Yep.
Otherwise,
that's amazing.
I think that's right. Been the next Further singer. So
yeah, that's right.
Dude, that would have been pretty killer. Actually,
honestly, that'd be pretty sick.
Yeah, that would be. Okay. So Jeremy, real quick, I would love to know so this is your second favorite album of theirs. Let's get a little more context on your history with this record. Like, do you remember like listening to it for the first time?
Yeah,
like,
I do.
Did you love it right away? Did it kind of come later?
I loved it right away. I knew I was going to love it right away, like I said, because of the John Bunch connection, because I feel like anything he's done I've loved. And I loved Further. I loved Strong Arm, like Josh mentioned earlier. I'm a massive Strong Arm fan, and to me, Strong Arm and Further are just, it's really no different. It's the same kind of music, just different. One's screaming and the other 3 are singing, essentially. And so I remember buying it and being like, "This is Sensefield meets Further Seems Forever," which to me is about as good as it gets in that world. And yeah, I remember buying it and being stoked on it. And and the reason why I said earlier I thought it was probably the least selling is I just didn't feel like there was as much buzz, it seemed like, at that time for it. Because a lot of the Christian fan base or whatever, they probably didn't know who the hell John Bunch was. And, like I mentioned earlier, it's kind of like having it's a legend joining a legendary band, really. So yeah, I remember buying it, being stoked on it, being psyched on it, and I don't remember many people talking about it, so that's kind of why
I'm so excited to get into this, because I want to talk to Josh and TJ about your history with this record. But is it okay? Can I go first, just in response to what Jeremy's saying? As someone who is like not super familiar with, like I said, with the like Further Seems Forever fandom, this album was my introduction to the band. This is far and away my favorite Further Seems Forever record. And I think Josh, do you have Joe's copy of this CD? Because I know Joe used to have a copy of this CD. No, you don't have it?
I didn't get that one from him.
Okay. I remember listening to this album with a friend of the show, Joe Cutler. Yeah, I always like really loved this record, but it was also like this was one of those things like, you know, I had a bunch of albums like this in high school where I didn't have any friends to like talk about it with. I'm like, oh, this is like just for me, I guess. Like no one else I know is listening to this. But I loved it. I played this a lot from like 2005 to 2008. And then I don't think I've listened to this record since probably like 2011. So it was really interesting going back. I have a much different perspective on it now than I did then. So Josh and TJ, fight amongst yourselves on who's going to go first, but what's your history with this record?
Well, Josh,
this is the most boring fight.
Pull me like kicking and screaming back into the research
TJ.
corner.
Nope, do it.
All right.
You have to do it.
I think we covered it with Ty. I kind of came in pretty blind on that one. I knew next to nothing on the band. Fortunately for y'all on this episode, I have all the context of that episode and covering The Moon Is Down.
And Penny Black. We covered Penny Black too.
That's true.
But it was also like
so many times since
4 years ago, and I think
I have
we were
a kid
all
now and
a little drunk
yeah,
on that episode.
Probably. But essentially, yeah, I guess especially for me, like it made sense to kind of start over with the band and think chronologically. And so The Moon Is Down was like this great kind of reset to just be like, all right, this is the band.
Yeah.
And you know, this is their dynamic with Chris, and now, yeah, it's really fascinating. Like it really did color my listening, knowing that this was the same band from The Moon Is Down, but like totally different,
Right?
lyric,
Yeah.
like content and vocal quality. So, yeah, that's what I got.
Okay.
I'm kind of like going in with Church Jam's specific context on this band, which is
Okay,
kind of fun.
I love that. Josh, what about you?
It's kind of like that for me too. I will say I've shared a little bit, I think, on social media, but I was going to talk about it on our year-end wrap-up episode. But when we covered The Moon Is Down with Ty, I feel like I was just getting to the point where I was kind of starting to like figure out the record and then like be like, oh, I really like this record. And I listened to that one a ton after our episode. And then also the Penny Black record. So I've been listening to mostly the Caraba Further records a lot since we covered that episode, for that record in March. And then I've probably spun this and How to Start a Fire once or twice sometime within the last couple months, just because I've been listening a lot of Further, but yeah, only a little bit, but I've mostly been camped out on the Caraba records.
Right.
Interesting. Okay.
Those are both great records, by the way.
They are.
So the last thing I have to ask before we end this part A is flop or bop predictions. Before we listen specifically for this episode, would you have predicted this album a flop or a bop? I'll go first. Bop. Like I said, this was always my favorite Further record. This was my introduction to the band. This is like before I realized, like it took years and years and years to realize that, oh, they got a bunch of different singers. It's like a different band every record. I just thought this was Further Seems Forever.
Wow.
Yeah. So definitely predicted a hard bop for me. Jeremy, what about you? And when was the last time you listened to this record? Before
Mega Bop.
Okay. All right. Mega Bop. Josh, have we ever had a Mega Bop?
Oh, I'll have to look.
I think
in the
that's
archives,
new,
but maybe not.
All right. I love it.
I've listened to it probably a month ago. I listen to it probably once a month, maybe every other month.
Wow.
Love
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I think it's amazing. I absolutely love this record.
Are you obligated to do that because you're a Florida guy? Like,
actually,
to spin
no.
the Florida records.
That would be fair.
No, but I didn't even think. Well, and John was from California, so I mean, it's kind of no, that's not why. I just, but I think all the strong arm guys and further guys are just on another level. Like I do.
Okay, I love that. TJ, what about you? What would you have thought having, the hard reset of The Moon Is Down essentially is like basically your reintroduction to this band. Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of unfortunate layers to this, to answer your question, Kylan, because I feel like I disappointed Ty quite a bit when I flopped The Moon Is Down.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. You can disappoint him.
Well, but I love Ty, and he's such a sweet
By the way,
dude.
I love Ty. Ty is incredible. Amazing
yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
And like,
we're cutting all this from the episode, though. So
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
that's
he'll
fine.
never hear it.
No, the only thing he's gonna hear is okay. Edit point right here. Yeah, I know Ty's the worst. I know you hated his opinion on everything. And you're so excited to flop his favorite record of all time.
Yeah,
is that his favorite?
No, I don't. No, remember it. It was so long ago.
He did another one. I can't remember. Yeah. Was it How to Start a Fire? Maybe, I don't know.
It's probably so.
But it was funny because he did the same thing. He was like, "Well, this is my favorite, but I wanted to cover this one."
I get it.
But I feel, I felt awful then, and Jeremy, man, after you were so kind and you're like, "It's great to meet you. I'm so excited to be on the podcast," and like you're bringing this record to us, and I'm like, well, based on what I knew at the time going in, I have to be consistent. That's what I do, and I'm consistently, authentic with the things that just don't line up. So I knew Caraba, and I was like, he's a vibe. He does the thing he does. Don't know, like, full disclosure, like I'm not a 90s emo guy. I don't have that background.
It's obvious.
It's obvious.
Not an emo lord.
Okay. No. Nor an emo lady or emo liege. I'm none of these.
Are you an emo duke?
Yeah.
An emo duchess.
He's an emo peasant.
Yeah, I think I'm a peasant. I'm wearing the sackcloth, man.
Next episode, I'm introducing you as our resident emo peasant.
Emo peasant, that's perfect. Yes, my lord. So I gotta admit that with that context going into this record, I would have had to say, like, I probably would have flopped it.
Interesting. Okay, Josh, what about you?
Based on where I am with Further now and what I'm listening to, I would say a bop, but also like an optimistic, like, this record hasn't grabbed me thus far, and hopefully spending some time with this and our discussion with Jeremy will maybe yield some more things to be like, okay, I can start to find the things that I'm appreciating in this record.
So you're saying you're predicting the conversation will be a bop?
I mean, I feel like it has to be.
Yes, my lord.
Okay.
If the rumors are true, I think the conversation will be a bop.
All right, perfect.
Encouraged.
Okay. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to get the party started with 2004's Hide Nothing by American rock band Further Seems Forever.
Kylan, there's a band that I think we both really like, that they are on, let me tell you, they're on Collide Records. You can get a couple records from them, and I don't know why we've never done an ad for them before.
Do you want me to guess? Do you want this ad to go 6 minutes?
Sure.
Should we make it go 6 minutes long by having me guess? Okay. A band we both love that has multiple records on colliderecords.com. Is it U2?
I mean, they might have, but I mean, I'm not saying we don't not like them. That's not them.
No. Here's the rules of the game. If I guess wrong, it's automatically a band that we both hate.
Okay. Yeah, we both hate U2. You're right. That's wrong, and we hate U2 on record.
Is it...
I can give you a hint if you want.
The original cast recording of Phantom of the Opera?
No, and we now both hate that as well.
Oh no! I did that to myself.
Oh, you did to yourself?
Oh, man,
The
okay.
stakes are high.
All right. Give me a hint.
They have a record that is turning 25 this year.
That doesn't help me.
It's a
Time
pretty
is
big
flat
record.
circle.
Are
we covering it on Church Names Now?
We're covering it on SJN.
Is it Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Definitely. If there's a way
No,
that
you're supposed to say no, so we can
no,
both
and
just...
we both hate the Red Hot Chili Peppers now.
No, who
I
is
can give
it?
you one word. If I give you a hint of one word of how to describe the record, you could say sweetness.
Jimmy Eat World?
Jimmy Eat World.
Oh, guess what? I love that band. I don't know if you know this about me.
Good, because
But I
I'm glad you
love
guessed them
Jimmy
because
World.
if we had to hate Jimmy
I know
World,
if I guessed wrong,
oh
and
no,
we both had to hate Jimmy Eat
we'd
World.
never- That's why That's why it was the answer because we could never turn our backs
That's
on
right.
Jimmy Eat World.
Which record is turning 25?
Bleed
Bleed
American.
That's
Bleed American,
right.
baby. The one that put them on the map. And let me tell you, they have the vinyl in stock at ClydeRecords.com, which I don't actually have the vinyl for this record yet.
Oh,
and
dang, I don't either.
I love that the vinyl includes Splash Turn Twist, which
Oh,
I
nice.
love that version.
Yeah, it's really good.
That's so good. So, one, Bleed American, arguably a perfect record already in its own right.
for sure.
And then you get the fun bonus track of Splash Turn Twist on the vinyl to close it out.
At
It's pretty
full
great.
price, right?
Well, you can pay it at full price if you want. Or you can use our little promo code, Church Jams Now, all one word. You get 20% off your first order.
What? I can just use my fingers and get 20% off my first purchase?
Yep. And then you can splash, turn, twist your way to listening to this on your record player.
Amazing.
If only there was a way to get it faster. The only way to do that is to order it right now from ClydeRecords.com.
That's right. And use promo code Church Names Now for 20% off your first purchase. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed those ads as much as we enjoyed making them. We are still, of course, joined by our good friend Jeremy to talk about Hide Nothing. Before we get into the track by track, do we have any general thoughts about the album?
I think it's
we can talk
brilliant.
about we could talk about the artwork
All right.
really quickly.
Okay.
Episode over.
Yeah, that's it. All right. Bop all around. I love the artwork. And like I said, this was my intro to this band.
That's good.
The artwork was a big part of it. You know, they say never judge a book by its cover, which I
That's
think is
pretty cool.
bullshit advice. You should definitely always judge a book by its cover because why would you invest time into something if it didn't look cool?
Who did
Good
the
point.
artwork? Who did the artwork?
That's
Can you
a good
look,
question,
Josh?
Josh,
Or Alan?
Josh, what do you? Oh wow, you got Josh on his back.
That should be the
foot.
job for the.
Wow.
That should be the job for the emo peasant, though. That should be the emo
That's
peasant's
true.
job.
Yeah.
Yes, my lord. I'll get
Look
right
it-
on it.
Look it up. Find this for me, emo peasant. I can tell you it's not Donna Ryan
A Clark?
Clark because I know
It's
they
not a Clark?
They did not do the artwork for this.
How do you know that?
I looked it up earlier and it was names I didn't recognize. So
I actually don't know this. I'm just
Jason
curious.
so.
Oda.
Some guy
Did you find it?
Basquiat? I don't know. I can't.
Basquiat.
Basquat?
Basquiat? I don't know this Basquiat. This is Picasso guy? I don't know. Man. No.
Never heard of him. Jason
it's good art.
Oda
I like
is
it.
What,
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
It reminds me of.
TJ
Okay,
hates
this
TJ
is
hates
so
No, I-
specific.
I like it. I think it's very cool.
so specific. It reminds me of. Do you guys remember the 2006 movie Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow? Okay,
Yes.
we don't have to get
Remember
into
it?
it. We're
I
not
don't
going to do a
think I saw
movie,
it.
James. Now that's fine.
There were like blimps and stuff. It was very like steampunk kind of.
Hell yeah.
Hmm.
We'll save that for a Patreon episode.
Okay.
This is interesting. This is interesting on the artwork. I looked up.
Was
the
that right,
credits.
Josh? Jason
it is
Oda?
Jason Oda, and the company. I guess his company is like you said,
Starving
Starving
Eyes.
Eyes. This will make sense. One other credit that he has that will make sense aesthetically once you
Yep.
hear it is he did
I'm
the
looking at it
Straight
too.
Line Run artwork.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Which, knowing that, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I could see that.
Also, Lydia, also Norma Jean.
Which Norma Jean record?
Which Norma Jean?
Meridional.
Oh,
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
wow, look at that.
Okay. You learn something
Pretty
new
cool.
every day. All
You
right,
learned-
this has been Church Names Now. Thank you.
Yes,
It's a
Manolo.
Bob, I'm out.
All right, thank you,
We
Emo
might
Peasant.
upgrade you next
I live to
episode.
please.
We'll see. We might upgrade you to whatever the next level from a peasant is.
Please
Yeah,
don't, my
surf.
lord. I'm happy as a
I
peasant.
Emo
think,
surf?
I'm sure Kylan knows. I'm sure he knows the
A
whole
surf.
hierarchy.
It's a surf, right? It's peasant
Yeah,
surf.
that's next. Uh-huh.
Why do you assume that I know?
That's just something you would know.
It
The
feels like
hierarchy,
something
the
you were
political
studying
hierarchy.
in
You-
between.
you did know.
Well, in
You
between
proved my
reading
point.
Scarlet Pimpernel,
Okay,
you were
and-
like
and-
also
and-
studying up on like medieval hierarchies.
To be fair, and I am also displaying my Salt book, which is genuinely
You sure are.
a 500-page book on the history of salt. Which, okay, maybe we save that for Patreon too. But guys, salt is
Yep.
fascinating.
Sure, buddy.
No,
And
genuinely.
I just read the Bible. That's all I do. Read the Bible. 20.
There's salt in there too, you know?
Hmm.
Okay, listen. Do you know where the term salary comes from? Do you know, like,
No,
you're
but
paid a
for all
salary
we
every
know-
year?
For all the serfs.
It's paid. No, Roman soldiers were paid in salt every year. Salt used to be more, like, genuinely more valuable than gold for thousands of
Dune.
years in human history.
That's the plot of Dune.
Crazy. Hmm.
Yeah, no, exactly,
It literally is.
exactly, yes. Listen, my wife is already she's so pissed off at me how much I talk about salt since I've started reading this book. Okay, I won't get into it.
This has
Could
been
you pass the
Salt
salt?
Now.
It's my new like hyper fixation.
This is what they meant when they said hide nothing. Kyle's
Yes,
just
I will,
letting it
I
all
will
out.
hide nothing.
Zippers, salt.
Ooh.
Listen, there's a light up ahead. I promise. I'm going to get through this and we're going to get back on track. See, I told you the royal we. We're going off the rails.
Yes, my lord.
Let's start with track number 1, Light Up Ahead. Oh, I love a fade in on a record.
Dude. Totally.
This is my favorite song on this record.
Such a good song.
Okay.
It's
Why is that?
my absolute favorite. I think it's a perfect
Brilliant.
opening track, and it fits so much in that like 2004 era emo kind of thing. But I'm constantly like thrown off track by this song. I'm just like,
Right.
I'm constantly trying to figure out like the time signature. Like I don't get it. And
Yeah.
honestly, at this
Yeah.
point, I'm okay not really knowing. I don't know. I'm guessing TJ, maybe you tried to figure it out a little bit. You usually are the guy that can nail that down for us.
Yeah, I gave up on this song.
This is what I meant by another level. This is what I meant. Like, it's absurd.
I think that they have their
Absurd.
own, like, there's time signatures that apply just to them.
Certain
And they
bands,
live
yes.
in that, yeah.
Yes,
And they're like,
100%.
I'm like, I don't know. You're running like 7.5 time. I don't know what
Yeah,
you're doing.
that's what I was gonna say. I was
But,
like 7.5 over 12 3/4. Like it's
Yep. and clearly they all know what's going
they
on.
all get it. They all get it. Yeah.
The rest
So
of
I
us,
feel
we're just
like-
kind of like squinting and like, whoa.
So, but it's not off-putting in the way that a lot of like prog music is. You know what I mean? Like, or like a Dream Theater or something where they're gonna go like, we're gonna do 3 measures of 9/8, then we're gonna go into 12/16 or whatever. You know,
They
It-
do.
it's-
They have a knack for like creating a flow,
it
Within,
flows really naturally.
like what they're doing. Yeah.
yeah,
which is
and
cool.
it's so good. It's so good.
Dude,
yeah.
I feel like I have an antidote for the not so much this song, but this record that I remembered from Chad being on the Rumors Are True podcast.
Go listen to it. You know what? In fact, we're gonna drop in that whole episode again right here, listeners.
I
All right,
do
welcome
remember.
back. I hope you enjoyed that.
I remember Chad saying all the music for this was obviously written, and then John Bunch came in and literally had to scramble with the lyrics. Like I think the week of recording, which
But
is
didn't they do that with
insane
Chris
if you
though
think
too?
about it.
On The Moon Is Down.
I'm sure. I mean, I think that's the method
I think we talked about that.
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah.
But where I felt here's where I felt John was kind of the secret sauce of this band is he got it more than Chris Carrabba did because the
he
one thing
syncs up with like what's happening.
He gets
musically.
those rhythms because like the big thing that I pushed up
quite a
against
bit.
on The Moon Is Down is Chris Carrabba's like melodies never felt like they were fully in sync with the music.
Yeah, he was kind
Whereas-
of in a different band.
I actually never noticed that, but that makes a lot of sense. Like, it's almost
where
like
it
he was
feels
in Dashboard world at that point in a weird way.
Exactly. Whereas like John does such a good job. Like he feels like he's in the exact same sort of like rhythmic space as the rest of the band.
Mm-hmm. You can tell he's a responsive writer. Like he is literally responding to what the band is bringing.
Have you guys heard Sensefield? Have you guys heard Sensefield?
I have not. No.
Okay, you got to listen to. Okay, all the records are great, but you got to listen to the record Building, and you'll probably kind of see just him in his element. Like he's just
okay.
I don't know. They're all like I said, they're all good, but that record's so pivotal for me. And again, part of the reason why I picked this because I'm a big fan of him nonetheless. But yeah, sorry.
Actually, in
I
fact,
didn't mean to go off a
listeners,
tangent.
we're gonna drop that entire record right here in the episode.
Right
we're
here.
gonna listen to that full episode or that full album.
Spotify just drops you tomorrow,
and then we'll come back.
Cease and desist. Yep.
Nice. No, Kylan, I actually did have this as my favorite song, but I think I'm going.
You changed it?
I'm going rogue here. I'm
Oh,
changing.
all
but
right.
this
I
was-
love that.
I do think it's just like, maybe on paper it is just the best song, and it's a very effective opening song as well. I love the pre-chorus and like the wheedly guitar parts, like going really high up in the neck. And for someone who's been listening to Further for 5 months now, I'm like, that feels pretty classic Further in that part here.
It seems forever.
I can definitely say that.
Yeah.
It seems forever. I've known about them for forever, so I can say that for sure.
Yeah, no, this does feel, like I say a lot on the show, like an opening track should be a good like thesis statement of what you're getting into. To me, this feels like a thesis statement. Like this feels like the band at their peak. Like this feels like everything they were working towards. Like it feels like the perfect synthesis of a singer who can get on their same level. And all just sort of match up and be weird, but also be like really commercial in a lot of ways. Like this, this could be a song on the radio. Probably was if they got up to 122 on Billboard.
Can you imagine John singing on all three of the records? How different they would sound?
Yeah.
Or Jason singing on
Night and
all the
day. records
and you know what I mean? Like it literally. I love that they actually have three different singers because you get three different viewpoints of with just the same background essentially, or they're all a little different, but it's cool to see three different perspectives of three brilliant albums or four brilliant albums.
Yeah, not just like the differences in their vocal stylings, but like as writers, right? Like such different writing. Like you don't see, and I don't really have like a preference, but just to make the point of how different like Carrabba's style is versus John's, like you don't see anything about snowbirds and townies in this album. Like there's none of that kind of like
Lyrical,
specificity.
yeah, totally.
There's like overarching big like macro themes and like kind of spiritual stuff and like communal stuff and heart rending lyricism, but there's not like snowbirds and townies, like it's really interesting.
Which leads me to something that I didn't realize when I listened to the record like years and years ago. Like when I came back on this listen, I didn't remember, like, I remembered them being just like much more of like a specific kind of like emo band, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And John, I think lyrically, melodically, vocally, is much more of like a sort of like standard rock singer, songwriter.
Yeah, kind of.
And this was like much more of just like a kind of like straight up rock record than I remembered it being. And I don't mean that to be disparaging at all. Like it was fascinating that I had this idea in my mind of what this record was. And on this last listen, it was something totally different. But I think he figured out how to fit within like what the band wanted in a really, really, really cool way. In a way that I think Chris didn't necessarily do on The Moon Is Down.
Sensifield did sign to... No, you're right. I get what you're saying. Sensifield actually did sign to, I think it was Network, which was Coldplay's first label, I think.
Oh,
so
yeah.
They were not a major, but like pretty much a major. And I feel like they were trying to get big, with all the singles and whatnot. So I think he understood the task of taking, this eclectic, insane band and making it, like you said, not so much radio friendly, but just very polished
melodic
in a way,
more accessible.
Yeah, 100%. When you say that, it made me think, oh yeah, they did sign to a pretty big label, and it makes sense that you would say that.
All right, guys, let's hide nothing from the rest of our review of this. Move on to track number 2, the title track, Hide Nothing. How do you guys feel about a title track being track 2?
Well, I was going to say that because it is interesting because on the first 2 Further records, the title track is the first song. So this is the first time that it's not. And so it's interesting that they either didn't call the record Light Up Ahead or chose to put this song second instead of first.
Yeah.
Well, Light Up Ahead probably was just like, this is it, the first song.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, like they knew it had to be the opener, but maybe it didn't feel like a concept that was necessarily strong enough or accurate enough to cover.
Maybe that was written late
album.
and this was going to be the original.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows? Who's to say?
Yep. All I know is we live and we learn, we crash and we burn. I'm not a huge fan of that lyric. I'll just be honest.
Really?
There were some moments where John as a writer left me
Is
wanting
it a little too
more.
like radio rock for you? Like for you to connect with?
I guess it's like because I'll admit, like as a writer myself, like I have moments where I find rhyme schemes with words that I find interesting, and I'll stick to them because they're compelling to me, even if they might seem a little obvious or like it's low hanging fruit in a sense. So I want to like hold space for that and just like acknowledge. Sometimes you just land on a lyric that you like a lot, and you're like, "This is it. This is the lyric." But at the same time, for me as a listener, I was just like, you couldn't come up with something a little more.
Well, remember
he
he was in a crunch. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that was just like what made sense in that week or whenever he wrote it.
Totally,
I mean,
yeah. And so it's like I'm trying to kind of be generous as I.
Be a sweetie.
Yeah,
Be a sweetie.
Yeah, yeah. Because it's like that lyric necessarily doesn't like hit with me, but that doesn't mean it's
melodically
not
it
good.
does, right? Though.
Oh
Like,
yeah, no, like melodically the song rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, super catchy.
Isn't it ironic that this is the most probably, like you said, probably the catchiest radio friendly record they put out, and you've got Chris Carrabba on the first one that's massively mainstream. It's kind of ironic, honestly, that the last record's the most accessible, if you will, and then that first record wound up being somebody who's insanely that way. It's just crazy to me.
Yeah. Also, this song is bananas because it's like it's not a linear song, but it is a great example of how this band just like is like section, just like disparate ideas, just like smash cut together, basically. And it's like they go ACB for a second. And I get that as I reference ACB, like that it was the other way around. I fully want to acknowledge that. But like to me, my listening lens is that like, oh, they're doing ACB. And then they're like, no, we're going to go Anne Boleyn. And then like they kind of flip back and forth. Like, and again, those are the reference points I have because I don't know this band or like the sort of legacy of bands that came before this or Sensefield or any of that. I know of them, but I don't know them. So
I will say the Anne Boleyn comp makes a lot of sense to me. That was in my notes a lot. Yeah. Like it was that sort of like
I've
not
never
exactly
thought about that.
Like it's not exactly like arena rock, but it's like arena rock adjacent in the way that Anne Boleyn is.
Yeah.
Like
and it's the same time frame too.
Yeah, I can definitely see Anne Boleyn like hearing this record and trying to do like things that they had already started on, like Never Take Friendship Personal.
100%.
And hearing this,
I agree with that.
it's sort of like yeah, the Florida of it all. There's something in the water in Florida.
There is something.
Gators.
For sure.
Yes.
And sharks.
There's something in the water. It's gators. Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love that you clocked that, TJ, because I also did too, because this one, like you could say it's like verse, pre-chorus, chorus, but like structurally it's just 3 sections. And they do them like they do 1, 2, 3, and then do 1, 2, 3.
They
and
do them again.
over.
Yeah.
Like that's it. And then
but it doesn't really feel like it doesn't. I don't know. There's like none of the quote traditional rise and fall of like a verse, pre-chorus, chorus, post-chorus. That doesn't mean the song doesn't work. That's not what I'm saying. For the record,
right?
It's like the song is cool and strange because
traditional.
It's so different.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
I will hide nothing. This isn't my favorite song, but like it might be my second favorite. I think it's cool. I like that it's weird.
It's a great song.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. They Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I really like the lyric. I'm kind of with you, TJ, on John's lyrics, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But I do like the line a lot of "change is coming. No, it's nothing personal." I think that's a good one that like sticks out. Like it's general, but also like everyone relates to that. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
100%.
Did Anne Boleyn come out after this record and cop the personal?
No, Never Take Friendship Personal was the year before.
I'm not saying they would.
Or was it a year after?
No, listen, Kylan, when you said that, I guarantee they were a big fan of this record.
For sure. They had to be.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying they ripped it, but if it was before, I could see them being
there's some DNA.
Never take friendship personal.
Yeah. Okay. Josh, when was that 2005?
That was 05.
That was
05.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's another demerit for Stephen Christian.
Hey, Stephen learns as he goes, you know? He takes what he knows and he learns as he goes. He's like,
chick magnet.
Wow. All right. We're already gone off the rails, guys. Let's move on to track number 3, Already Gone. Okay, this has got to be someone's favorite song, right? This is someone's favorite song on this record? Am I wrong?
Not my favorite, but it's great.
You've already... Wow. Yeah, because we're at... you're the only one, Kylan.
I know. I'm the only one that has a favorite.
It's not my favorite, but I had a lot of interesting comps because it feels like it's somewhere between Edison Glass and like early
Edison
He Is
Glass
Legend in like jazz mode when they're doing their like jazz thing.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
That's why I thought this would be your favorite,
Yeah.
TJ. I had both of those comps too. Yeah, I thought this would be your favorite because especially Edison
It's
Glass.
also up there. It's great.
You know, you saying that actually is an incredible assessment. I totally hear both those bands.
I think it just speaks to like there were a lot of cool ideas bubbling up around the same time, coming from a lot of different bands and a lot of different scenes that overlapped. And it's really cool for me because, like I said, I didn't know this record, and so being able to like listen to this and be like, oh, I'm hearing this and I'm hearing this, like all these different like flavors of music and bands that I was familiar with. And so it actually helped me, I think, appreciate this band in a way that without those comparisons, I don't think I would, you know, but I'm like, oh, this reminds me of this and this and this.
TJ, can I also, please tell me if I'm wrong. I personally feel like a big thing on this record that you may be bumming up against is the vocal performance. This doesn't seem like the kind of vocal that you connect with.
You got me. Because he's like
it's
like
a little
so
bit.
close.
It's
to like
that. It's
operatic.
that.
I'm on the same page on this record.
It's
You don't
that,
like it?
It's that rock guy thing, or like
Yeah.
this was a little more like, and I'm here for it, but it was a little more. This is what I was saying earlier. I remember it being more emo, which is
Right.
like a little more nasally, a little more that sort of like,
More slacker, right?
yeah,
And, like,
this is a little more almost like 3 Days Grace kind of, or like Matchbox 20 almost a little bit like that kind of radio rock. Like he's like,
I'm out, guys. I'm out.
he's gone. He's done.
yeah, no, but here's the deal.
No.
I'm here for it, but I could see
Yeah.
TJ bumming up against this a little bit.
Well, and the thing is, like, because you're right, but it's like really wild because I can fully sort of acknowledge and agree that it works so well within the context of what this band is musically and instrumentally. Like, these guys are killing it. They're all performing at the top of their level, I think. And I would say that for John too. Like, I think he's doing an amazing job, and he's an incredible vocalist. So like objectively, he's amazing.
This
It's
just
not
to me, it doesn't seem like the
taste.
kind of vocal performance
Yeah.
Not your
that
bag,
you
baby.
connect with.
Yeah,
that you
that's
connect
it.
with. Yeah.
But I mean, this song works, and it's because he is the vocalist he is. So like,
Yeah,
I'm
I agree with that.
I'm
I agree
really
with
like
that.
conflicted to be like, this isn't my thing, but I'm also able to fully acknowledge that he's crushing it. I mean, and like when he settles into that chorus, the 6/8, like what I like about this song is that they're doing the kind of mathy stuff, but it still grooves. And there's moments on this record where they're doing the more like mathy proggy stuff that like I'm like, I don't know what's happening, and I'm kind of afraid. And I'm a drummer, and like I like weird time signatures, and so
But then
when that's happening
what I
for
love about
me,
this band is like then
like, what?
they pull you back in to like the
Yes.
pop chorus. Like
Yes,
like
and this is
like
that
the
moment.
second you
Yeah.
start being like, I'm gonna fall off the edge, this is too much. They're like,
Yep.
oh no.
they
we
pull
got
you back. That's
We
very
got you,
true,
baby.
and that is a skill of
Already
theirs.
gone. Like, yeah, no, it's so good.
Also, I gotta throw out this comp on this song specifically. They're all like, okay, yeah, we said Us in Glass. We said like He's Legend, jazz version. What did you say? 3 Days Grace.
I did, yeah. I'm sorry, everybody. I got 3 Days Grace
So
vibes.
I'm gonna say this is also like Band of Horses, but if they were on Red Bull and Ambition rather than Reefer and Good Vibes.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean?
That's
It's
not a bad
East
thing.
Coast,
By the way.
it's East
No,
Coast
it's not.
Band of Horses.
No, it's not at all.
It's
Yes,
East Coast
exactly.
versus West Coast.
Way more
Band
energy.
of Horses. This is like Band of Mules. It's like we're doing East
Totally.
Coast.
The
Working.
workhorses. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Red
That's
Bull and
right.
Ambitions also would be a great band, or a great album title. You know,
that's
Yeah.
true.
Yep.
I like that, TJ.
Sweet. Okay, guys,
That's
let's move
sick.
on to track number 4. Someone You Know. Okay, it was this
It's a
this
ripper.
opening vocal that I was like, I don't think TJ's gonna love this. Everything else about it is great.
It's
I think it's
true.
the vocal that you're gonna.
The
push up
melodies are
against.
insane, though.
The melodic sensibilities that he has are honestly excellent. It really is like the sound of his voice and the affect
Sound
and
of
like
his
the
voice.
way he approaches
Because he's got a
vocals.
little bit of that vibrato.
You're gonna hate
a little bit of
Sensefield
that,
then.
Like
You're gonna hate
yeah.
Sensefield.
Probably.
Like, I'm just being real. Like, you're gonna hate him.
Yeah. No, but
'Cause
it's a
this
little
is-
bit of
yeah,
that
I get it.
like rock guy vocal. It's a little bit this reminded me of Amberlin a lot.
Yeah. Yep.
That
Yeah.
3 Days Grace kind of thing.
But I like his falsetto. That's the thing when he
His
does that. It could
falsetto's
be
good,
someone
yes.
you know. That falsetto is gorgeous. Really, really nice.
Hmm.
It pulled me in, you know.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of like push pull for me with his vocals.
I get that, TJ. I fully get that.
Crazy.
I mentioned this on the Moon is Down up too, but it's just funny to me of like how Further doesn't. It seemed to really care about transitions. They're just like, here's the song, here's the song, here's the song.
Yeah,
like the way that we go from Hide Nothing ends like, and we're slow and already gone, but there wasn't any like lead up or transition. And then the way they just jump from already gone and slow and chill, and it's like, bam, here we're back again. Which, like I said, feels very just like you're a hardcore band. You're just like, whatever.
Yes, it's very hardcore band. Like, we're just gonna blast through all of this.
Great,
exactly.
It's par for the course. It's par for the course.
It is part for the chorus. Yeah. Right. I like a little bit more of the transition stuff to like lead in whatever, but I'm like, I get where they're coming from. But I will say this is the song I'm going to pick as my favorite song. And I love the way that we come right back in of like, watch some of the phone, like just immediately like, all right, we're back in. I think the chorus, is one of the catchier choruses on the records as well. This was another one, TJ, where the structure of it was really interesting to me because there's like a verse A and a verse B.
Correct.
I wouldn't call the second part a pre-chorus, and they're different parts, but it's like because like the band is doing something one time and then they change to like be a little bit more down. Yeah. So you have like a verse A, verse B, pre-chorus, and then chorus, and then you just do it all again.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's so weird. Like I'm grateful that bands exist like this. And it hurts my brain, but I like that I'm challenged occasionally by a band like this where like the musicians write, the sort of like baseline of like what like the bones of the song, and they get to pick and they get to kind of make choices that are not based on classic songwriting tropes or like songwriter rules.
And then the songwriter has to like fit
in that,
into that.
It's kind of awesome. Like it's a whole new way to relate to music, and so I'm glad we're talking about that because I felt that quite a bit on this record, even more than The Moon Is Down.
No, it felt similar to The Moon Is Down. It felt more effective to me here.
Yes, I was going to say, to like, John's credit, he's good at doing that.
He got it more. Yeah. He got the assignment more than Chris Carrabba did. I feel
100%, and he's like,
I agree.
It's like incredible that he is such a good fit for the band, can fit within that weird writing style. The vocals match what the band is doing musically, and he's writing in a style thematically that I think works for the music. Yes. Like there's a lot of boxes being checked that I think make this record like really cohesive in that way. Even if I'm bumping on his vocal.
Is TJ going to make this a bop? Is he changing his mind?
No, he's not. Man. I've known him. We've been doing this show for so long. He's still going to ultimately flop it, but he's gonna do this like half-ass, like, oh, I appreciate all these things, but it still didn't work for me.
It's a buff.
Yeah, he's gonna trick you. He's gonna trick you, Jeremy.
I might make it a part.
I don't know. I see him turning as we speak. I don't know.
You say the wheels are turning. You say that. You just met him tonight. I've known him for almost 20 years at this point.
How many episodes? Very true.
That's true.
You don't know.
I will say the one thing that I kind of wished more from this song is that this is a 3+ minute song, and we have a lot of sub 3 minute songs on this record. Yeah. And whenever the song ends is when I'm like, I feel like this is when we should be going into the bridge and develop it a little bit further. And then we go back. Because like, I'm like, I don't want it to end yet. Which we have a lot on this record.
So
yeah.
Do you guys feel like this compared to the last record, because the turnaround was so tight? Like, do you think this would benefit from like maybe spending a little more time like fleshing out some of these ideas? Like would this be a record that it like makes sense for it to be a little bit longer? Maybe have some of these ideas.
I think 2 more songs would have been great, honestly. Like you, I know you like the shorter records, but I think 2 more songs, because 29 minutes, if you think about it, is not a lot of time for a record.
It's perfect. It's perfect for a record. It's perfect for a record.
Yes, I can see that. But there are records that I love that are like an hour long. I know I'm crazy, but there's some
Jeremy,
that I'm like
I'm fully with you.
Jimmy Eat World Clarity to me is like, it's like 64 minutes or something stupid like that. And I'm like,
well, they also have a 15-minute song.
Well, I know. And I love that song, by the way. I think it's brilliant.
Okay, listen, split that 15 minutes up. I think instead of adding more tracks, maybe take some of these sub 3-minute tracks.
Make them longer.
Maybe add like a minute to like
because
3 or 4
Starfire
songs.
can do an 8-song, 32-minute record, and I'm like, I'm good with this. But when you have a 10-song, 30-minute record, then I'm like, the songs, I feel like you're just not giving them enough time to really get into it.
Maybe they're trying to have radio hits, honestly.
Yeah.
And which if that's the case, then they're hitting the mark. The 3 to 3.5 minutes.
In
But
a turn
even-
of events,
no, most of them are 2.5 minutes. Like,
yeah, they're
like,
pretty short.
that's what I'm saying.
Even better.
Like you could potentially though add a minute to a couple of these
True.
songs.
Yeah, and this is wild because you're saying this, Kylan, and in a turn of events that is surprising even to me. I'm actually going to dig my heels in and say, no, I kind of like that this album exists as an example, a template for what a band can sound like when the musician's not the like songwriter or the lyricist or the vocalist is doing the sort of song structure portion of the writing process. I like that it's just kind of like frenetic, chaotic, random, disparate pieces slapped together.
This is so great.
That's that.
This is so
I don't know why I'm feeling that way, but I
Sounds like a bop to me.
No, he's fooling you. He's tricking you, Jeremy. He's
Hey,
tricking you.
if I know TJ half as well as I think I do, he's gonna pick a bob.
It's still gonna be a hard
I like that
flop,
y'all are
baby.
like trying to sway me as the
No,
episode.
I'm not. I just know you, motherfucker.
No,
You're
I
an
know.
idiot.
True. TJ, I do like that part as well. It is interesting to me, though, for a band that's made up of musicians that are writing the record,
Right.
that they don't bake in more parts for themselves to be like,
For
I'm
the
gonna do
musicians
something
to,
cool.
like,
an indulgent
they
solo.
don't do that. It's
Yeah,
just like, let's
it's
jam
true.
for a little bit. It's interesting to me that they don't write those parts in.
And I think
because
that's why it
they're
works
the
for
ones
me.
in charge.
Because they're being sort of discriminating. They're being particular. They're like, nope, like this is what serves the song. We're not gonna, go Grateful Dead on this thing. Like we're gonna keep it tight.
No,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. All right, guys. I think we should, moving forward, make it a part of the show where TJ has to continuously defend whether it's going to be a flop or bop.
Yes, my
That
lord.
being said, let's move on to track number 5. Make it a part.
A lot of my notes are kind of for the next song as well, because like surely this was one song, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing. I'm guessing.
You think
was
they
it
split
maybe
this
like,
in half?
Do you think it was a tooth and nail thing that they wanted 10 songs, and so then like we
Oh,
can cut?
I would guess.
Make
I would
it
guess
apart,
so.
I'll rise.
Interesting.
That would make
I would
sense
guess-
because
I would guess
one of my notes was I love the transition between these two songs because it's incredible, and it would make perfect sense that it works so well and is executed so perfectly because
Well,
That
maybe it
also
was
makes
originally
sense
one song.
Why?
This is on the bonus edition, the acoustic, and they have it together as an acoustic song.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
like,
Oh, that's dude. Yeah, dude.
There's that
Bro.
beautiful emo Lord Josh coming through.
Yep. So
That's right. All
that's
rise.
with a lot
All
of
For the
right,
listeners,
guys.
Jeremy just bowed down to Josh. Just
Bow to your sensei.
for those that are listening and not watching.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Otherwise, my only other note for this song is that I can't believe John Live Laugh Left Us on this song.
I know. I wrote that too.
Yeah.
This is another example of like he's kind of picking like the really I don't know. Like I don't want to be overly critical, but it feels very simplistic. That doesn't mean it can't be effective. But like I was having trouble kind of getting out of my head of like, oh really? Live, die, laugh, cry, rise, fall, climb, crawl.
I know verbs.
He's just
Yeah.
throwing darts on the wall.
Yeah, kind
Yeah,
of. That's
yeah.
kind of how it feels.
He's
Like,
like,
oh, that
this,
rhymes.
This makes sense.
Right. Yeah. It paints a picture. And like it does.
Honestly, though, I might try that as a songwriting exercise. I might just put
I
a bunch
love
of
that.
a bunch of verbs
Uh-huh.
and then just throw
Little Mad
darts
Libs.
and be like, yeah.
I will say with the what you're saying, the weaker lyrics, I feel like the vocal performance overshadows that
Yes.
in a way because it's so effective, it's so beautiful,
Mhm.
and it's kind of one of those things where you're like, I don't care, like if one of your favorite bands sings like a nursery rhyme, it's probably going to rule. You know what I mean? Like it's just that same concept. Like whoever is singing it, yeah, it might not be like profound, but it's like this fits this song so much, at least in my humble opinion.
Totally. And another comp vocally that works for me and is definitely present on this song for John is Reese Roper, late 5-iron. Like A Million Plots, like Engine of a Million Plots, or like Until It Shakes Apart. Like he's kind of doing the big epic, like battle cry kind of, like anthemic, like stadium rock kind of thing. That a lot of those don't work for me, but that's one that does. Like when Reese really like kind of rallies the troops, so to speak, or is just like belting, that works for me. And that's what I was reminded of on this song and a couple different moments across this record for John's vocals. And I was like, okay, I see you. It's working. So,
all right, all rise for the second part of this song. Track number 6, All Rise.
Josh called it.
Fun fact, if you combine these songs into one, this would be Further's second longest song in their discography.
Wow.
The longest is Aurora Borealis, which is only 4 minutes and 50 seconds.
Good jam, though.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Has this album been released on vinyl?
Yes.
Do they split it?
Yeah, it did. No,
Do
it
they
got
split
pressed
it?
on
5 and 5? Like, is this the beginning of side B on the vinyl? Do we know?
You know, I don't remember. It has been repressed and on Iodine, and it was released on for some smaller label on black vinyl. I know that, but
dude, Kylan, though, if
Emo Peasant, what are you doing? Come on,
I
come
don't
on,
know, man.
Give us this info.
I got you.
I'm engaging with your question rather than finding the answer, because if they did do that, that's kind of a missed opportunity, because like the transition is so good.
The Iodine repress from 2024 has 7 songs on side A because they're so short. So it has Make It Apart and All Rise separate, and then Call on the Life, and then they have the acoustic songs tacked onto the end on side B. So
okay,
weird.
That's cool.
Okay,
smart move.
Yeah, because
if you had time on that vinyl,
if you had to actually like flip the record
right at that point,
I agree with you, TJ. Like, that
it defeats the.
Well,
ball.
You're not going to start the second half of the record with a slower, milder song, if you will. You got to, you got to get a banger in there.
Yeah, and that decay, like whatever is it the vocal or the guitar part that's like that's just like kind of tapers off and then continues into like I think it's like a minute of All Rise. Like it's still going on in the background, and it didn't skip a beat from Make It Apart. It's too good to not have that transition, especially on vinyl. So
it's like a bop to me.
Yeah.
He's tricking you. I swear, he's tricking you.
He's stacking the evidence. He's going to present it at the end of the
Are my eyes bad, or is that a bopper over there?
That's funny.
Genuinely, TJ, I've never been more excited to hear your final flop or bop verdict.
Me too.
That I have on this episode.
I might have to leave to go pee, so I don't have to hear what he's going to say.
Right.
There might be a call out on my life at the end of this episode.
Ooh, there we go. Track number 7, Call on My Life.
Okay, so this is my favorite song.
Really?
It's a great song.
That's fascinating to me.
Because it's got swagger, dude. It's got some energy. It's upbeat. And then it goes into that like flowing halftime chorus. So we've got the up-tempo swagger verse, right? Y'all know I like some rock swagger.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go into that flowy halftime chorus. And it's like all the sort of musicianship chops and like proggy stuff, but all of it's kind of happening in a little bit more of like a pop rock format that I guess is just like really working for me. And John's vocals too works.
They work
really well.
the vocal treatment is different on this song than it has been on any other song. They've got the sort of like
doubling.
Radio filter and the doubling that they don't really have on anything else.
Yeah, I hooked into that for sure too, and thought it was cool.
Okay. Interesting, TJ. I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say the last minute of this song is my favorite part of it, where you have like the crazy kind of like almost you think it's going to go to the breakdown with like the Discord at 156, and then the whole last minute is super cool. And yeah, I think that's the highlight of it for me. So I like how it ends very well.
Yeah, it did kind of end on a high note too, which I liked.
Oh, look at Jeremy. There we go.
I'm not playing like Steve. Steve's like such a wild drummer. But
here's the thing. I will say, because we talked about this a lot on The Moon Is Down, that Steve was
he's still in a hardcore band. Yeah.
And Shai-Hulud. He played Shai-Hulud too, which is
he's not doing that on this record. He's playing to
this
the
is
songs
the pop
really
friendly
well.
record.
Yes.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they figured that out.
No, this whole last minute of the song is super cool.
No, it is really good.
Like this could have been like a lot of elements of this song could have been early ACB. And again, right, like for me, having that lens, that's another reason this song lands for me. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Dig it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you like the jigga 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 on the guitars? Yeah.
Jigga it's kind of cool.
Jigga jigga. That is very ACB. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably the easiest record Steve's played on. Like, in terms of like, like.
It's true.
Well, the fun thing is though, too, he's done that to himself every time. Like it's all just like it's the easiest because he decided it was the easiest.
Well, he plays video games. He's like a huge Pac-Man nerd, so he's probably like, I want a challenge.
Yeah. That was great.
Well, I like that song too, TJ.
Okay. So we've hit my favorite song, Josh's favorite song, TJ's favorite song. Jeremy, have we hit your favorite song?
I did say A Light Up Ahead was my favorite, subtly.
Oh, okay. We missed that.
And that's okay.
Well, then the episode's over. We're done. All right. If you enjoyed this, we have more nonsense like it on our Patreon at patreon.com.
Bop.
And if you want to keep listening, the rest of this episode is just going to be an episode of The Rumors Are True. We're going to just play that episode again. Okay. Cool.
I don't feel hurt. Just kidding.
Listen, I don't want to bleed the bit too much. But let's move on to track number 9, Bleed.
I think we skipped 8.
Oh, did we? Oh,
yeah.
I don't want to lead the way
you led
into the
way.
next song.
Lead the way.
Right past track 8.
Track number 8, Lead the Way.
I like this kind of creepy intro that we got going here.
Yeah.
It's very like 90s alt rock.
I would agree with that statement.
Like it's a little too much for me, if I'm being honest. I'm a little checked out at this point in this super long record.
Yeah, super long record. I can barely hang in. I had 20 minutes on that.
I'm barely hanging on, guys. I like this song. It does feel a little out of left field for me. Although
this is the one that like gets a little proggy in a way that I can't like as easily connect with. That's not to say the song isn't cool.
But that's just fascinating to me.
I'm kind of marveling more at the chops than like connecting with the song, if that makes sense.
This feels like to me, if Matthew Shepard was singing, TJ, this might be your favorite Love Drug song.
Huh. Maybe.
Like if the vocal performance were different, like listen to this. This is so Love Drug.
Yeah, the guitar line there at the
and the drums, and then like even the vocals, it's just the vocal performance that I feel like you're not connecting with.
Well, the difference is Love Drug doesn't do songs where there's like a phrase of 8 and then a phrase of 12 and then a phrase of 3.
How do you know?
I know the band's discography pretty well, I guess. It would be my answer for you.
Nah.
But you love the band.
I love the drug. This song is cool, but it's like drugs. It's sort of like jazz nerds and math nerds kind of like impressing each other. That's like the feeling I have, like musically. And for me, just personally, this is the one that like John's vocals don't quite coalesce with what's happening musically.
I agree.
As well as
this
like they still do, but like not as well as the other tunes on this.
This is definitely my least favorite of the record, but it's still a great song. It's just like the weakest link.
This was almost my favorite. And I do think it comes down.
Really?
I do think it comes down to what TJ was saying, the disparity between the vocal performance and the musicality of the rest of the track.
I like this song. I'm just saying it's not my fave.
I get that. I do love the little guitar run they do at 150, and I'm like, do more of that further. Like they'll just throw in like one little thing, and I'm like, I want more of that, please. Like,
I felt that a lot too.
Pepper those in, guys.
Yep. Yeah, because they've clearly got the skills and like really interesting sensibilities.
That's so funny though.
On the
I
guitar.
love the restraint. I love it's just like, oh, okay, well, fuck me, I guess. I want this for a whole song, but like, no, okay, you're gonna give it to me for 15 seconds. Yes, oh my god, yeah, like that is just crazy. Like that's a crazy, insane decision to just have the one like super hammer-on pull-off like descending line.
Yeah.
They just don't care. They're just like, we're going to do what we're going to do.
Yes.
And everyone's just going to bow down to it.
I kind of respect it. Yeah.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Oh, man. All right. So, not to bleed the bit any further, let's move on to track number 9. Don't worry. We'll fix it in post. This is a great transition. Track number 9, Bleed. This feels the most The Moon Is Down to me.
It does. It does. Which is interesting because you said their track 9 on that one had like the most emo intro. And so I'm like, I feel like they kind of saved that. It's interesting that they're both track 9s.
Yeah.
Well, what if they wrote some of these songs for The Moon Is Down and just kept them over time? Who knows?
Yeah, could be.
I feel like I heard that for whenever, by the time The Moon Is Down came out, they already had the music written for How to Start a Fire. So I feel like they probably are just like this riff they may have had since that time frame, and then 6 months later they wrote it. So
and maybe John's vocals were better on this than Chris. I don't know. Who knows? Like it might have just been one of those things where they're like, oh, let's try this with him, and they're like, hell yeah.
Yep, I could see it.
I feel like TJ doesn't like this song.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of notes on it. His vocals were not working
I feel like
working for me as much on this one.
Yeah, that feels like very anti-TJ.
It's almost Korn. There's like a lot of moments on this album that are like Korn adjacent.
Yes.
And I'm like, no, thank you.
I wanted to talk about that. There is a little bit, and this may be like why I brought up 3 Days Grace earlier. Like, there's a little bit, like, not musically at all, but vocally, there's a little bit of the kind of like butt rock thing with John's
like
vocals. But I personally,
I love butts and I love rock.
Yeah.
All right, Jeremy, y'all heard it, folks.
That's the cold open. I think it works. I can totally see why it doesn't work for you, TJ.
Yeah. That ain't my thing.
But this goes back to my earlier point. Like, I remember this being a lot more emo, and this is a lot more just like, especially with the vocal performance, it's a lot more just like straight up kind of like rock and roll than I remembered it being.
Well, I would even say How to Start a Fire is not really, in my opinion, emo, really. I mean, it has aspects of emo, but it definitely is more insanely melodic than, you know what I mean? Like, just overall. And I feel like Moon Is Down is the most emo of the 3 or 4 or whatever.
Can I tell you something crazy, Jeremy? Really quick. I've I don't know a single song off of How to Start a Fire.
What?
I don't know that record at all.
Oh my God, dude. Tonight.
Like, I don't know it at all.
Late night
Like,
sesh.
I'm
Get into
so...
it.
All right, guys, we're going to go for 5 more hours.
In the episode right now, actually.
So. Yes. Yeah, no, we're actually going to put... we're going to cover
listen to
that
it this week and let me know what you think. I'm
Okay,
serious. Like, I think
will.
that is an amazing record.
I know you're not the first person to say it to me, but I only have so much time.
Well,
I got to
definitely not
finish
the last.
listening to this Amy Grant cassette tape that I got. So
Someone's got to do it. This is one where I feel like Steve had some cool parts showing up. Like I said, I complimented him on playing down a little bit more, but this one I feel like he added some more cool stuff in there that was flashy, but not like he was on The Moon Is Down.
Right. I agree.
Right.
It's working here.
Sweet. Okay, gentlemen, it comes down to this. We've done it. On this super long record. For all we know, we could be here all night because we're apparently going to cover another record by
How
this
to Start a
band.
Fire as well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, we're going to do that after this. Track number 10, For All We Know.
Jazzy.
I love the falsetto.
The obligatory acoustic closing track.
Mm-hmm.
I was curious how y'all were going to think about that. Because I don't think Further's not
I don't
that
like it.
band.
I don't like it. Get it out of here.
Here's my thoughts.
Not this band.
I
Okay.
thought you could switch this and Bleed to make this track 9. You bring it down again, and then you end on
okay.
Bleed.
Okay.
And I think, because I feel like, I don't know, you want to end in a like, Bleed is in full band and everything. I feel like it's more like distinctive of the band than this sound is. Not that you can't end on a song that's different, but I think Bleed caps it off a little bit more. And lyrically it works too, because it's like this one's about it's a cruel, cruel world without love. And then if you had that, and then going
love
into
drug.
Bleed, it's like this heart is yours, let it bleed, inferring kind of like love. So I like that. If it's more of like
I
a
like
calm.
that. Okay.
So I think lyrically it works in that direction. It still works in
That's
this
cool,
direction
Josh.
too, but I like it in that regard, musically and lyrically.
Yeah. That's a good take.
I agree
like
with
that.
you. It's definitely not your prototypical Further song, I should say. And it's definitely different because I don't remember any song like that, really, if you think about it. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't remember any other song on any other records. I guess there's maybe one or two that are a little more slowed down. But yeah, this is about as acoustic as it gets. And maybe they just were like, want to do something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, then they do it with Janie on Penny Black. So it like
that's
after
right.
that record, it does make more sense that they've done the acoustics on to end the record on 2 records.
Mhm.
So
Maybe they're just growing old. They're like,
Maybe.
we're done
Yeah.
with the rock.
Yeah.
it's
Or they
true.
just they wanted to have one moment to kind of flex their like
Their
finger
wives are like,
style
"Can you write
adjacent like jazz chops.
Right.
You write a love song?
Oh, I've heard of flamenco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do this. Let's go.
The falsetto cruel and matching guitar part is very catchy though.
It is
Mhm.
good. It does feel a little out of place on the record. It
It
does
was the last
feel
song
like,
they wrote.
like it does feel like, Josh, you said they had 3 bonus acoustic tracks. This feels like it should be just part of that.
I
we
get
don't
that.
need this
I get what you're
otherwise.
saying.
Okay. Well, we listened to all of Hide Nothing by American rock band Further Seems Forever. So I think we got to go into our final flop or bop verdicts. Beautiful emo peasant TJ, what order should we do this in?
I'll do my best, my lord, to choose something you would find worthy. Let's go Josh, me, Kylan, Jeremy.
Perfect. I
I
love
love
that.
that. I didn't have to make the call this time. That's fun.
Yeah.
I know.
And I liked
Well,
making it. That was fun.
Yeah. We gave you a little power, and now watch next episode, Josh. It's this. All this power is going to go to TJ's head.
Yeah, maybe we can't promote him to a surf yet.
I'm officially a surf. Hooray!
We'll have to reevaluate that.
I wouldn't know what to do with it.
No, for sure. Yeah. Let's
create chaos mostly.
Okay. No, I love this order. All right. Josh?
All right. Let's do it. So, much like TJ, we're in similar camp on this record where I feel like John's voice and lyrics are fine, but they weren't really doing as much for to really grab me in a way that, and I think you guys make good points about how it does fit the music more compared to Chris Carrabba, but I'm also one, I just very much like Chris as a vocalist and as a writer. I just too much dashboard in my past to not connect with him. And I do think that his lyrics also give me a lot to connect to and to sink in. I liked a lot of the specificity that he brings. Whereas this
John
one just,
is he's a lot more generic.
Yeah, this is more.
Yeah,
it's more just general,
picture.
I would say. Yeah,
Yep.
and
mainstream.
Mainstream,
That
and
too.
also the songs are short. He doesn't have a lot of time to really, I think, build a world within, build a narrative within these songs. So I think it's his style as well. So that was a big thing for me. But I'm choosing not to judge further on the vocals. I'm choosing them to judge them musically because the band is the through line between the whole, their whole existence. And while I do wish that we got more instrumental moments on the record, because I'm a long song guy, I like the songs breathing. I want to live in that world a little bit more. And they're great musicians. I'm I want to hear you guys play more. I want to hear you with vocals, but I also want to hear you more instrumentally too. So they're a little short for my preference, but they're still really good. And especially on the later half of the record, I was definitely just I'm not necessarily digging what John's doing here, but I'm enjoying musically what's happening. And I'm also going to give it a little credit because it has taken me a little bit of time on the Carrabba records of getting into them and then being then I can really piece together all of the little intricacies within the music that's happening. So I'm I'll give them definitely I think I'm still on the introduction of that start to where then a couple weeks later I'll be okay, John's doing this vocally, but I was also this is happening instrumentally, whereas I can just listen to all the different little things that they're doing.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I really like about the band. I love them with Chris as well, but I also think just instrumentally they're really good. And there's a lot that later on in the records I'll be oh, I didn't even catch what was going on here because I was just paying attention to the vocals and the lyrics here. So I think that's going to be the case for me. And I'm going to say that there's a bop up ahead for me.
Ooh,
Yeah, doggy.
Okay. All right. I love it.
Yeah, doggy.
Bob.
Everyone's
Okay.
doing it, TJ.
Well, so far
Jeremy.
just one guy.
Be prepared
But
to have your heart broken right now. TJ, what do you got for us? Look, he's going to
love
let
this.
you down gentle. It's going to be fine. It's going to sting a little bit, but also
Sometimes you don't even realize till later. He
No,
does
I
it
know,
so
I
lovely,
know.
I just can't. I just want to be able to
later
sleep
we're gonna be
tonight.
what the fuck, man? TJ hated this record, but he's so good at this.
I just get insanely pissed off in the middle of the night.
No, for sure. Well, you can text me and Josh, and okay,
Yeah.
but also I am curious though. The fact that I've brought it up this much, there is also a possibility that TJ, just to spite me,
Out of
will
spite.
pop this record.
on principle. You never
Okay,
know.
so that's why I'm genuinely so curious. All right,
Great tee
what do we
up.
got?
This is fun, narrative dynamism across the episode here, Kylan. So thank you for creating that. Further Seems Forever is a weird band to me. Not bad, just weird.
No, they are weird. They are weird.
And I lauded that, over the course of this episode in a lot of ways. I think it's really cool. The fact that they can make just weird, 2.5 minute songs and they work, because they're great musicians. And to your point, Josh, if that is the thrust of the creative project that is Further Seems Forever, that is a good sort of metric to judge them on. For me, though, in the episode with Ty, I think I talked about a little bit how like I really have thought about bands as like having a unified, like cohesive personality, and part of, like a big part of that is like the front person and like the kind of lore that develops over a lengthy discography, or at least like 3 records or something like that, where, you know, even the front person sort of changes and grows and gets better just like the musicians do. And so connecting with that as a listener is a big part of like why I like bands and music. Connecting to a songwriter, connecting
Hold on.
to a
I'm gonna
personality
interrupt
on
you
stage, please.
right now. God forbid if I ever have to date again, TJ, I'm gonna hire you to break up with anybody that I have to break up with.
My rate is pretty steep, buddy.
Continue.
I'm pretty expensive, but I'm here for you. But yeah, that makes it a really tricky band for me to engage with. That being said, I am so glad I didn't have to listen to another record with Chris Carrabba as the front person of this band.
Yeah, right?
Shots
Right?
fired.
No, I'm right there with you. I'm
That was
right
rough.
there with you.
Oh.
Yes.
And what's crazy is Ty said he thinks Chris was the best. I remember him saying he thinks Chris was the best vocalist for this band. Which is like
That's just
I
wrong.
Want more,
a wild.
I want more Chris.
That's just
from
wrong.
the records.
Yeah, I know you do, Josh,
No.
and that's what makes
just
this
wrong.
band so insane.
It's wrong. Chris is not the right fit for this band.
Yeah. So it was interesting to like get the John version of Further. But I really do have like a really a strangely like difficult task in deciding whether this is still the ship of Further Seems Forever Theseus or not. Like, is it still the same band? Is it not? I think ultimately, yes, in all the ways that matter. As you said, Josh, like it is the same band, and they have shown a lot of growth from, especially, you know, we leaped over How to Start a Fire, but especially from Covering the Moon Is Down, like this band really grew, and yeah, learned to be economical with their weird way of songwriting, in a way that serves the song well. But my official stance is that this record is a flop.
Yes,
but-
I told you, Jeremy.
Hey,
But
I told you.
But wait.
don't give him my
wait.
phone number. Don't give him my phone number.
But
I'm gonna add you to the group chat. Yeah,
this is just for us. Like, we stopped recording, right? This is just for us. The rumors are that this like is
This conversation was about
bop. No, this record.
Ooh.
The rumors are that this is a sneaky bop. And you know what they say about the rumors, right?
True, dog.
See,
I feel
look,
like they are.
TJ, you have to break up with anyone if I ever have to date again. You are the person. If I ever have to give anyone bad news, I'm gonna have you.
He's
do
like,
it.
I like you,
You're so good,
but
at
I
it,
don't
buddy.
like you.
It's not you.
See,
It's
see,
Chris
It's not you,
Carrabba's
it's-
lyrics.
yeah,
Not
yeah,
you.
yeah. No,
Right.
see, listen, guys, like I feel good about that. That was a flop. That was an official. If we're putting it on the record, that's a flop from you, right?
The rumors, though. The rumors, guys.
He ended it in the way that I'm like, but is he? I don't know.
But is
It's
he?
so-
But no, it's
Is
fine.
the top still spinning?
It's so naughty.
Okay. All right.
Kylan?
It's a flop from TJ. Okay. I feel so validated.
Yeah, you should.
I thought I knew TJ pretty damn well.
Nope. Listen, bro. I've known him since.
I loved your campaigning throughout the episode, though, Jeremy. You were doing a really
I
good
know.
job with that.
I know. You tried. I've also
a
known
salesman at heart.
TJ since 2009. So,
Mhm.
okay.
Cool
It
brag.
makes sense to me that you flopped this, but you did it in such a like gentle way. Like
Yeah, I would
Like-
agree with that.
none of us feel bad about it, right? Like we're like, yeah, okay. You're right.
It probably depends on the day. It sounds like it depends on the day.
No,
There's
no,
a lot
no,
of
no.
rumors out there. There's a lot of rumors.
Don't let them do that. Don't let them do that. This is a full flop from TJ any day of the fucking week. I guarantee you. For me, it's much more likely it could be any day of the week. I'm gonna give this a bop. Just straight up classic CJN bop. I don't love John's vocals as much as I thought I would.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna lean on the kind of the same way TJ did. Like if our biggest context within this show is Chris Carrabba as a vocalist, I railed so hard against like how he just like didn't get what the band was doing. So I'm gonna lean on how I feel like how much John did get what the band was doing.
Yeah.
So even though there were a couple moments on the record where his vocal performance was not particularly to my liking, I think he just was able to like. I think it's an insane feat for a vocalist to kind of come in really late.
Yeah.
And be able to not only figure out what this band is doing, especially when they're doing like, 7.5 versus 12 3/4 or whatever. And, like be able to fit into that. But to still make it all feel like a pop rock record.
Yeah.
I think he did something that I don't think any other vocalist songwriter has been able to do since. Like I think and I think we have to recognize that fact. So
yeah,
this is going to get just a classic CJN bop from me.
Nice.
Excellent. All right, Jeremy.
So
what about you?
I guess I'm next. Okay, so I want to be upfront with you guys. I feel like you pointed out a lot of things that I might have had my rose-colored glasses on tonight, and I will say there are some things that.
Welcome to Church Jams now. This is what we do, baby.
No, but I can see the perspective, and I can see the critique, if you will, which I don't consider myself a critic by any means because I can't play a damn thing. But I am gonna give this a mega bop because I the nostalgia factor, of course. The fact that I love John Bunch. I love the Sensefield records, and the Building record I mentioned earlier. If you get a chance to listen to it, you might love it, you might hate it, but I think that's a record for me specifically that it grew on me, and it was one of those records. Like 2 years down the road, I was like, "Oh, I get it. I totally get it." I think this is the same kind of record for a lot of people. It's one of those that probably marinates and kind of is like, "Oh, okay, I get it." I feel like for me, it was a best of both worlds. Further Seems Forever, which I loved, and Sensefield and Reason to Believe, which I loved. So it's like, oh, this is perfect. And it's not a perfect record by any means, but I think overall, like you guys have mentioned, I think it fits the band almost the best overall, in terms of just like understanding it. And I'm curious if John Bunch even knew of Further Seems Forever, or just maybe caught wind of them. I don't know. Or maybe he listened to them and was like, oh yeah, I'm in. Who knows? I mean, it might have just been one of those things where it was a match made in heaven. And I know this, I can almost guarantee you the Strong Arm Further guys, we're not worthy. Like they're probably like, oh my God, this is like a legend coming in. So in that aspect, that's another reason I laud this record. I love it in that aspect. So 100% mega bop for me. But I will say you did open my eyes to some things that I might not have noticed before.
I'm
But
so
I still
sorry.
am going to bang this
Welcome to
every
Church
month
Hymns
or
Now.
every other month for sure.
Okay.
Nice.
I love that.
I love that.
I love that we can disappoint
Megabop
you.
predicted, Megabop given.
Delivered.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right.
Yeah,
That's great.
Totally.
And I love that we can disappoint you just a little bit with an
Tad.
album that you love. That's
Yeah.
unfortunately that's kind of our space here.
I'm going to go on my Zanga litter and talk about it.
Oh,
Okay, please.
Yep.
Okay. We've done it. This is now the time, Jeremy, where we're going to beg our listeners, please, 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 please listen to The Rumors Are True.
Right now.
Also, if you want to talk about that show just a little bit for people that are maybe unaware, which would be insane, but still,
but
let's
if they
talk
like
about
what
your show.
they have found on our show, they would love your show.
Yes. Yeah.
Sweet.
In fact, we're going to put your newest episode. We're going to pop it in right here. It's going to be about an hour long.
Just a marathon.
It's like a day-long episode.
Okay, Jeremy, tell us about The Rumors Are True.
Yes. I started the podcast. I just actually surprisingly saw this today, but I actually started it on August 5th of 2022. So it's actually been 4 years, which is mind-boggling to me
Wow.
because it does
That's
not
my
feel
birthday.
like that. Well, happy birthday and happy
Thanks.
anniversary to me.
Yeah.
I did not realize that. I know I've done quite a few episodes, but I just did not correlate 4 years of it by any means. And I started it as a passion project. It's still a passion project. I love it. I absolutely. I can honestly say I walk away every episode with standing up. It's just like it's insane because I'm a massive fan of all these people I've ever had on, and the ones I don't know. I just love hearing their story and connecting with them, and it's just been an incredible experience. And I'm sure you guys can relate 100%. Like it's
Yep.
just like this is, it's not a god, but it's the closest thing to a god, on this planet. In terms of just like, oh my god, you were a massive part of my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm super grateful for. I think I've done 216 episodes, and it's just absurd. And I'm so grateful, and I hope it comes across in my voice every week that I'm literally grateful, not only for the episodes and the time that they've given me, but the fact that I want to bring smiles to people's faces. That's literally all I care about. Is I want them to like walk away going, yeah, I might not know that band, but I get it. Like I understand it. I appreciate it. And so that's my ultimate goal. For people to be a fly on the wall of the conversation. And I can honestly say a lot of people have said, hey, you made me feel comfortable doing this. And that means everything to me. So super grateful, super honored. I'm honored to be on this podcast. I absolutely love you guys. You're fantastic. So I am,
Dude, we love
I
that
literally,
you're here.
I love making new friends and I love encouraging. I'm an encourager. My wife's going through something really difficult right now, so I feel like I'm like her biggest fan, her biggest supporter, and I am the same way with everyone. I think everyone wins when there's more content, when there's more love, when there's more uplifting things that people make people smile. So that's what it's about to me. So yeah, it's amazing.
That's
I'm really
the beautiful thing about The Rumors
I
Are
love
True.
that.
They are true though.
That part is true.
That's right.
They are very.
That's right. So stop listening to this podcast. We're so negative. Go listen to The Rumors Are True.
Except we're positively
He
huge
truly
fans
gets it.
of you, Jeremy. And
I
thank
appreciate
you
it. And I'm
for being on
fans
the
of
show.
you guys as
Yeah.
well. I'm super honored for real.
All right. And if you enjoy this, we have more nonsense like it at our Patreon at patreon.com/Church Hymns Now podcast. And of course, here from Church Hymns Now headquarters, Midwest Division, may all your favorite bands stay together. Peace
Yes, my
out,
Lord.
Monfreres.
Church jams now. Christian music from the 90s, 2000s, and today.
I have a side note. I'll tell you after this a funny Heels Legend story. Because I booked it.
No, tell us now. Tell us now. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it. Come
on. Well,
on.
It's not funny, but it was kind of awesome at the same time. So I booked He's Legend, and they had just signed with Solid State or Tooth and Nail, whoever. And I did it because I was like, oh, this is Tooth and Nail, Solid State. It's probably gonna be big. It wasn't a big show. It's probably like 150, maybe less than that at the show. And the band started, and I did this in like a VFW hall, so it's just like super bare bones or whatever. And the band starts, and I'm at back of there's a little bar area. I'm just standing there, and there's a guy standing with a big beard and like a parka, not a parka, but like a winter coat with like a hood on, just standing at the bar, literally just like kind of almost like trying to like, I don't know. I don't want to say he was like trying to catch people. It just looked like he was just very like, I don't know. It's just hard to explain. He's just standing there like nonchalant, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
Covert. And they start playing. He literally just walks through the crowd and just picks up the mic. And I'm like, holy shit, that was so amazing. Like, it was so suave and so like, and then like they kick into like, I don't know. It was I Am Hollywood, like before it probably even came out or just came out.
Perfect.
And I was like, oh my God, that was like epic and such a rock star move.
So
like,
funny.
and I'm the only one that saw it. Like, I literally was like by myself, and I was like,
and you know that's why he did it. He's like, there's gonna be like one or two
He's
people.
like, there's gonna be one person
that sees this.
And what's even crazier is their van had broken down, and so they literally had, and it was winter time. I remember it. That's why I was wearing the coat, and it was probably like 10 degrees outside. I was living in Kansas at the time, so it was super cold, and their van had broke down, and so they rented a U-Haul. So about 3 or 4 of them were literally in the back of a U-Haul truck.
Oh my God.
Riding. I probably paid him dude, I think at that time I feel like I paid him $150. Like, it was that, like it was that world.
Crazy.
I was like, oh my God, I literally can't. I made more than the band. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Right.
I'll never forget that.
But leave it to Mr. Kroom.
Thanks for listening to Church Jams Now. If you liked the show, please consider leaving us a rating or a review. It really helps, and we might even read your review on the show. You can also join our Patreon at patreon.com/churchjamsnowpodcast. Tiers start at $5 per month for tons of bonus content, but you can even join for free to get access to our discussion boards, cast your vote on future episodes, and more. Peace out, Montfrères.